to YouTube. Let me see. Yeah, now we are on YouTube. So, good afternoon, YouTube. We are here for another English immersion. The topic of today is random learning. So we are gonna discuss a little about some topics, not a specific and unique topic, but about some random topics. So I think it's important to discuss a little bit about this idea and discuss and understand and speaking about some topics in a real conversation. I think it's the main point. So we are gonna try to do that, okay? But first of all, I will start with the presentation. My name is Warley. I'm 25. I work with IT. I'm a front-end developer. And I'm a Spanish and English host here on Talk and Talk. I'm here since 2022, 2 years and a half, I think. But nowadays I'm focused a lot on improve my English. I'm also trying to keep going on the Spanish learning and practice my Spanish, but my main focus is to speak and practice a lot of my English and improve my English as well. Okay, so that's it. Priscilla, can you present yourself, please?
Okay, my name is Priscilla. I'm from Hortolândia. I two time second time talk. Okay, and I love English. I love soccer. I love family. I love my dog.
Very good. And how about you, Larissa? Can you present yourself, please?
Hi guys, I'm Larissa. I have 30 years old. I am a student of product design and I'm here to improve my English. I'm studying only English now and I live in Florianópolis, but I am from Rio de Janeiro and I have a daughter and a cat. And I think this is it. Nice to meet you.
Very good. Nice to meet you also, Larissa. And how about you, Mel? Can you present yourself, please?
Yeah, I'm Mel Tavares. I'm from São Paulo. I live here. I'm 18. I like to study languages. I intend to be an interpreter or traductor. I don't remember the word. Or to work with production. I like this to travel. I intend to travel more and to be able to practice the languages that I study. That is not just English, but I'm here mostly more like to practice my English. That was a little bit. I didn't spoke too much English in the past, but now I'm trying to be more here in Talk and Talk, training my speaking in English.
Very great. How many languages that you are doing here in Talk and Talk? It's not just English, right?
Did I study here?
Yeah.
Yeah, here
I think
I
German
study.
also.
Yeah, in general, I studied English, French, and German. But here now, I'm just going with the English immersions and trying to be more with the French immersions. But as for now, we don't have the German ones yet. I'm not able to do that here. But maybe in the future, I'll be here with the German too.
Very good. Very good. Amazing. And how about you, Christian? Can you present yourself, please?
Sure. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. For those who don't know me, my name is Craig Jimenez. I am Bolivian. I am from Bolivia. However, I live here in Brazil. By the way, in Hortolândia, São Paulo, the last year when we arrived Brazil, I lived in Hortolândia for 1 year, and
I think it is frozen, right? It's not for me. It's not, so it's not my internet. So let me just see if he's back. maybe not. So let's start with the question number one. If Christian is back, we go back to his presentation, okay? So let's go to the question number one. What do you think is the most important thing to maintain a good work-life balance? What do you think about that, Mel?
Yeah, Christian left, but that's okay. About the first question, I think it's important to realize that we need both. We need the work to have a to pay bills, the money to have the money, and also we have to live for to be able to work and to do all the other thing. So it's something that we should care about both, not just care too much about work and forget about the life out of the work, because you're not have mental sanity. So the it's hard, it's difficult for most of the times, but if we focus more on ourselves, not just trying to work more, because I think to work more, we it's not the how we will solve our problems. I think it's more like to work with smart, being smart at working, so we can gain other benefits, so we can improve and balance more these two cases, these two situations. And of course, to have a better life, like having good sleep, well sleeping, and eating healthy, that will help you to keep the life going and being able to do everything that you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. I think this point is so important because the majority of people think about to have balance and to focus a lot on their professional life. But I think your personal life is so important also because these impact a lot your professional life. You need to do exercises, sleep well, and eat healthily in a lot of points. And that will impact a lot on your professional life. So I think it's important to have this idea about exactly a balance and how your personal life impact on your professional life. So I think a lot of people don't have this idea, I think, or I guess. Um, but since Christian is back, I think you are frozen in maybe your internet. But can you do your presentation again for us, please?
Yeah, sure. Well, I think I was talking about where I was living. So I currently live here in Curitiba. I am 36 years old. I am married, and I'm here in Talk and Talk because I really need to improve my English skills. I would like to have the opportunity to work or study in another country. So that's why I'm here. And nowadays I am trying to learn French as well here in Talk and Talk. And that's it. That's it, guys. Let's continue with our topic today's topic.
Very good. So we are on the question number one. Can you answer that, please? What do you think is the most important thing to maintain a good work-life balance? What do you think about that, Christian?
So, in my personal opinion, the most important thing is organization. As well, I consider that having goals or setting goals for your life, it could be professional or personal goals. It's so important, and as well is taking action for that. Try to prioritize what is the most important thing for you. But my personal opinion is, as I think that where Worley was talking about this, it's important it's important to remember that it's not just about working or just about studying. Your body as well need to rest. Your body needs to take a break when we feel tired or when we feel stressed. So everything needs everything related to if you want to learn a lot of things, or if you For example, if you read that you're not learning anything from a long lecture that you have done, maybe it's because your body is telling you something. Maybe you need to really take a break and forget everything about you are doing in that specific time. Um, Maybe taking a walk or doing a little bit of exercise will help you to start learning or maintaining that information again in your mind. So everything related. So you need to really try to find that balance in your life. But another thing that I wanted to say is that it sounds like a cliche because nowadays I think it's kind of difficult to create that balance because not all of us has the opportunity to, for example, to have a lot of time for studying after our job. Maybe some jobs are so tiring, and when we finish it, we feel so tired, and we don't feel like starting or learning new things. So it's kind of difficult to just say, oh, you have to find the balance. Nowadays, depending of our own context, it can be different for every person.
Yeah, I think it's a really important point because we are discussing here about a reality that maybe is not reality of for it's not a everybody reality, I think. So a lot of people have a different context and a different background and a different life. So maybe for a lot of people, it's so difficult to have this balance in general. So I think maybe a lot of people need to work all the day and start their day on, I don't know, 6 or 5 a.m. and end the day on, I don't know, midnight or something like that. So for these people, for this reality is not true to, and it is not fair to discuss about to have a balance. So we are discussing here about a person that can do that, you know. So it's a different discussion about other realities. So I think it's important to say that also. But what do you think, Larissa? What's your
Okay, I think Christian says what I want to talk about. My husband, for example, he works in a 6 by 1 scale. So he don't have time to rest or doing other things in his life, study, for example. So now I am studying at home, but he is working. And it's very difficult. And you know that the majority of people in Brazil have this reality. And it's not fair, like you say. But we have to do something about it. Because many research demonstrate that it's not healthy for us. And I think we already have a petition. I don't know if you're hearing about, but there are a petition with more than 1 million signatures for to stop with this scale of working 6 by 1. And I think it's very important for us follow this idea and trying to make our country better with better laws. And I think depend on us, people. Many people have a different, I don't know, reality today because of internet. I work with internet for 3 years at home, and it was really good because I have my time to do my stuffs at home and study as well, working. And when I finish, I just go out to the beach. So it's very nice. And I think everybody have to be this opportunity too, if they want. So this is my opinion.
Yeah, I've heard about this petition about 6-1 work. I don't know how to say that exactly, but I think it's important to discuss about that. A lot of people mainly in IT area discuss about the 4 3 days of work, and I think it's important to think about that because as I said, I think it's important to have a balance in your life, and mainly a balance between your professional and personal life. But again, I think it's important to discuss about the people's reality. I think it's really unfair to discuss about that in for everybody. I think it's a good point, for example, about meritocracy that people said. I think we can do a lot of things, and we have a little blame about our actions, but it's hard to discuss about that when you didn't start on the same path, I think. So it's so complicated to discuss about everybody because there are different realities about a lot of people. So yeah, it's a complex topic, I think. Yeah, I think it's pretty important to discuss about that. And how about you, Priscilla? What do you think about this point?
Uh, for me, balance, work and life. Yes or no?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, for me, it's very important because my family, my friends need my present. Okay. But the organization very times need my present too because no, but it's very important balance too. Okay, understand or no?
Yeah, I got you. I think
Sorry,
as
my
yeah, no,
sorry
no problem.
mistakes.
No problem. We are here for learning together. I think, as Christian said, I think it's pretty important to have this balance and remember that life is not just work. So we have a personal life, we have family, we have friends, and we have I
Yes,
know husband and children and these all things. So I think it's important to focus on that also. I think a lot of people uh, use the point and compare life with work, but your job is not your job actually is not your entire life. So I think it's very important to remember this idea and to focus on in your personal life and to take care about yourself and do personal things and stay with in home, you stay with your family, with your friends, and all these points. It's pretty important to remember that. So yeah, I agree with you and with all of you. But okay, let's go to the question number 2 about social media and social networks. How do you think social networks or social media have changed the way we communicated? What do you think, Christian?
So, in my personal opinion, it can change it everything about communication. Nowadays, it's kind of so easy to call your friends or those who you loved or your colleagues. I think that kind of communication is so easy and it's cheaper because I remember when I was kind of 12, 13, it was the first time that I called my aunt who lived in the United States. And I had to pay at least I had to pay I think uh, $3 or $5 just for a call 1 minute. The signal was not good, and I had to walk. I remember I had to walk to those kind of specific places that we call it in Bolivia cabinas. I don't know how you call it here still. In those places, it was the only way that we were able to call abroad. But nowadays you just need I think that almost everybody nowadays has a smartphone and internet connection, and with that you are already you are online. You can do you communicate whoever you want, and that's I think that it's so impressive if we compare it with the past, as well with the price because nowadays it's not expensive. uh, there are some places even where the internet connection is free. So I think that it's the social networks and the technology has changed the way that we communicate at all. I cannot imagine how it's gonna be in the future, but nowadays we compare with the past, we can see that it has changed it. It has evolved a lot, totally, I would say. That's it.
Great. I think this idea about spread the communication with social media, I think it's pretty interesting because maybe I, I wouldn't say maybe, but I think certainly it was pretty difficult to communicate with your family, I don't know, or your friend if they were on a different country, for example. Before it was pretty difficult without social media and this technology. So I think this idea about spread communication, it's a mainly point, I guess, about the impact that we have now nowadays. But what do you think, Larissa?
Yeah, I think changed a lot. The perception we have now of communication and change our perception of time already and distance, everything. And we can talk with people all over the world. So this is really nice, I think. But sometimes I think is a little bit cold too, because people see you every time in the social medias and they don't speak a lot with each other, you know. They see, oh, okay, she's fine. I see her in Instagram and she seems good, but we don't know what people are thinking and if they are really good. So I think it's cold sometimes. I remember that when I was a little kid, I loved to write some letters for my cousins and all my family. And it was so nice to do that because even if this letter takes a long time to get there, I remember was so, I don't know, emotional for me to write these words to my family and my friends and to wait, you know, to get back the answer of them. So it was so nice. But I think change we can communicate with people all the time, and I take my phone and send message, but sometimes I think is a little bit cold. I don't like too much. But for studying and met people all over the world is really, really cool.
Yeah, I totally agree with you because I think we have a lot of advantages and disadvantages about technology and social networking and all this stuff. But I really agree with you about this point. Focus on to have I don't know, it's not a total reality that we have on social networks. It's like a paradox, I guess, because we have a lot of opportunities to talk with a lot of people. It's this immersion is a clear example, but at the same time, I think we lost a little bit our personal connection. I think or deep connection with people. I think we focus a lot on social media and that in this reality, on that reality of social media, but that the reality of Instagram and Twitter is not a total reality about people's life. So I think the most people, the majority of people share just the good points, just the perfect points on social media. So it's pretty complicated to think about that, and I think it's also a balance that we need to do about focus on have and to have a real connection with people and also use these opportunities about discussing to have a conversation with a lot of people in other country, other city or state, I don't know. But we also need to focus on a deeper connection and maybe when you are with your family, focus on take off your phone and just talk with your mother, your father, and these people. I think it's pretty important to do that, I guess. But what do you think, Priscilla?
Sorry to interrupt you, but I just
Yeah, go ahead.
remember what Christian says about the cabins.
Yeah,
In my city, we call orelhão.
yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know if
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Brazil, all over the Brazil is calling the same,
yeah.
but I use it a lot when I was teenager to call my friends.
Yeah, me too. And this, I think it's funny because in that way of communication, we didn't have uh, instantly, I think, communication that compared to WhatsApp, for example, that we send a message and I don't know to call on WhatsApp or Google Meeting these apps, and it was pretty different. I think the way that we deal with asynchronous communication and uh, not just instantly communication that we are all the time on the cell phone and using that. I think so. I think it's a pretty change that we have compared with these ways of communication, I think. And when I was a child, I used that a lot also. Not a lot, but I used that. So it was pretty funny, I guess. Yeah. But what do you think, Priscilla?
Um, I think social networks have changed. One example here, tal peoples de different countries or cities and talk every time mobile. I think social networks have very changed.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of changes about social network and technology. Um, I think we are more anxious also about that and using that a lot. And I don't know, I think we have a lot of dopamine about to use Instagram, Twitter, and these apps. And I think it's also complicated to think about how we will stay on the future using that in this way, I think. So it's very complicated, as I think. But what do you think, Mel? What's your opinion?
I think a little bit of what everybody said. I think nowadays it's more superficial, all the contact that we have with people in general. We don't, even though we are, for example, at the supermarket, we are on the cell phone, so we are not even paying attention to the cashier. We are just on the cell phone. Okay, I've just passed. Bye. See you. I'm not really paying attention to the real world, and the social networks, like the technology in general, changed so much this perception that we have about different aspects in life. And yesterday we were like, I was talking about with someone about this, that said that they remember when they sent letters to their friends, and now it's just a to send a message, they will reply almost instantly, as we said. So I think it helps to get more networking, to get to new to get to know more people, and to have more information in general. Like if you wanna discover something, you can just search on the internet, and the answer probably will be there. But this is different, the process of having being person to person, like in personal, in personal physical space. So it's different, and sometimes I miss it. Of course, I'm young, so I did not. I almost had this technology for all my life, but I think it's still different the way we communicate and see the world. I think nowadays the new generation even more, so they I don't know, they just think that's the world. The technology has always been there, and it's always been like that. But the people that saw the change of stages of technology, I think it's important to listen more to them, so that we can have a different perception and get to know that technology isn't everything. We had a life before technology, so now we have to be aware of that. I'd say not to just count on internet and all of that technology for everything, because we have to have our own opinions and thoughts, and try to search new information, even though it's not on the internet, so we can have a active mind, let's say.
Yeah, I really agree with you, and I think it's pretty crazy when I think, because when I was a child, I was all the time on the street with a lot of kids and playing soccer and whatever. But nowadays, a lot of child are all the time using cell phone. They even go to the street and have this impersonal reality, impersonal activity, I guess. So for me, it's pretty crazy, because I believe it's so important to for a young child and a lot of child to have this opportunity and this activity to develop a lot of things, but uh, they are all the time on cell phone, on the computer, and I don't know, it's pretty crazy for me, this reality. But yeah, and I think it's a real damage for a lot of kids, but maybe we are gonna see the problem in the future, unfortunately. But yeah, I think it's pretty complicated to discuss about that and the reality of a lot of people and this point. But yeah, it's pretty complicated. But let's go. I think we have time for maybe two questions. So let's go to the question number three. How important do you consider sleep to be in your wellness routine? What do you think, Larissa? How is that for you?
Um, well, I always like to sleep a lot. I love to sleep. It's so good. But I don't have a really good routine to sleep because I don't sleep early. I go to the bed 2 a.m. 2. But I wake up 10, so that's okay for me. But I think to sleep earlier is better for the body because you rest better. And when I was younger, I don't feel nothing in my body. Now that I have 30, I feel everything. It seems I have, I don't know, 70, you know, because we have to, I am at home with my daughter and I have the stuffs to do in my home and I don't get out every day like before, you know. Before I always um go out with my friends and go to the beach, and this is an exercise. You walk with your friends and go to the beach and get out to dance every weekend, you know. Now I don't have this routine anymore, so I am always at home. And it's because I live in the south too. Here is cold and the people stay in home. And I miss it, Rio de Janeiro, because of it. Because I love the beach, the hot climate. But I think it's too important to have this routine of sleeping well and eat healthy. I am vegan, so I think this is a good thing for me. I eat a lot of vegetables and fruits every day, so this is okay for me. But I have to do some exercise. I like to make some yoga, but nowadays I am not doing every day because I am more focused in studying, and sometimes I forget and to make exercise, and this is not good. But I think everybody knows today that being healthy is better for the body, for the mind, and we have to create this routine for us because I want to live longer. I have to be a longer life, you know. I have to live in 100 years if I can, because there's so much to do in life. So this is it. That's my vision.
Yeah, but how do you feel about this time of sleep, for example, to go to bed to 2 a.m. and to wake up at 10, for example? Because if I do that, certainly I will be terrible on the other day, I think. I don't have a perfect bed routine, but if I do that, if I go to sleep uh, at 2 a.m., it's pretty complicated for me at the other day. How do you feel?
I think there is not a rule for everybody, you know. Everybody has I don't know how to say, but my body functional well.
Yeah.
I always sleep 2, 3 a.m. because at the night my mind is more creative. So I am alone at the night and I have this lot of ideas in my mind, and I don't want to be in the bed, you know, just thinking about things. I like to create things to draw, to write. Maybe, I don't know. I am more creative at night, and I love to sleep in the morning with the birds singing. I love it. So I think it's different for every person. You have to do what is better for your body. You have to listen in your body, you know.
Yeah, pretty great, pretty great. I agree with you. And what do you think about that, Priscilla? How is your bed routine in general?
Um, um, every day, I sleep 6, 7, or 8 hours sleep. It's great, okay? For me, it's very important. Sleep for wellness protein. Understand?
Yeah, yeah, pretty great.
Okay.
Compared to the Larissa's answer, I think it depends of your body and of your routine, the time that you go to bed, for example. But I think in general for all people, we need to have minimal hours of sleep, I think. I'm not saying that we all need 8 hours of sleep, but I think we need to have a minimal time of sleep. I think it's pretty important. And I don't know, maybe 7 hours or 8 hours. Um, I think it's important, but yeah, it's also the minimal. I think it's depend also of the people as like the uh all the time that you need actually.
Yes.
But what do you yeah,
Sleep,
but
sleep help me. Um, after work, after study.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It's important. Well, we all need a time to rest. Uh, uh, After a long day of work and study. So for all of us, it's certainly so important to have that. But what do you think, Mel? What's your opinion?
It's so important. And I think I should get better at that point because I don't think I sleep the amount of hours that I should sleep. Sometimes it happens. It's not every day, but sometimes it happens just to sleep like 5 hours, and then but in the other day I try to compensar the the sleep, the sonolência. So, but yeah, I think I like the to be woke up in the morning usually because I like the sun when it appears, and I like to like sometimes just to bring the beach chair. I don't know if that's the word, but and just stay there at the area where the sun is there, so I can just take some sun on the face, and I like that. I feel good when doing it. But talking more about sleep, I think it's nowadays every Saturday I have to wake up in the morning too because I have some stuff to do there. So it's more like on Sunday that I try to sleep more to compensate the whole week, waking up kind of early and sleeping a little bit more late than what I should do, but just to not to be so not have a bad week in the next week. So that's what I try to do. And but I should try to change that a little bit more so I could have a little bit more um different routine, so I can get better.
Great, great. And how about you, Christian? How do you think?
So, in my personal opinion, I consider sleeping really, really important, crucial in my life because I consider that nowadays me and my wife, we have a lot of activities during the week. So we both work, then we prepare our meals, and I prepared our lunch every day before I work remotely, so I have that ease. So I have to wait my wife with the lunch ready, and then we are trying to have a healthy life. We try to go to the gym every day. Um, After those activities, we feel so exhausted. But even though we are exhausted, we try to learn different things after that. By the way, my wife is trying to do career transition. She's studying about IT nowadays. I am trying to help her because I already have the experience, and we are trying to learn English together as well because I already have a little bit of experience on it. I'm not an English teacher, but I'm trying to teach her with the books that I brought from Bolivia from my first English classes that I taught there. So after all of those activities, I am already already tired, and I think that nowadays for me and my wife, sleeping at least 7 or 7.5 hours per day it's crucial because if we don't do that, the next day we will be kind of zombies there walking around. Um, and that's it. That's our current routine, and we are trying our best. That's it.
Pretty good, pretty good. So I think we don't have time for another question, but since it was your first immersion for Larissa, Priscilla, and Mel with me, I would like to ask you what do you think about the topic and what did you think about the immersion in general? I will start with you, Larissa. What did you think?
I think it was really great. I like it to talk about different things. I have to think more about what I want to say, but I think it was great. It was really nice to talk with you guys.
Amazing, very great. And how about you, Priscilla? Your mic is off. It's still off. Seu microfone está desativado, Priscila. Yeah,
Sorry, I don't
no problem.
understand. Repeat, please.
Yeah, I will translate for Português. O que você achou desse tópico específico, que a gente usa vários temas em geral para discutir vários pontos? E o que você achou da imersão como um todo, dado que foi a tua primeira imersão comigo?
Eu gostei bastante. Eu tenho ainda muita dificuldade porque eu tô começando a estudar inglês, né? Assim, de forma prática mesmo, né? De treinar e tudo mais. Mas eu gostei bastante. Gostei do tema, gostei de vocês, porque vocês são muito compreensíveis, é pra perceber até no olhar. Então eu gostei bastante. Então, de parabéns.
Very great, very great. And how about you, Mel? What do you think about this kind of topic?
I really liked it. I think it's normally the immersions that I'm used to be. It's like one topic and many questions about that topic. But here it's a kind of a mix of topics and themes. So I think that's nice. That's different, and I really liked it. Maybe I'll be here again, and I think it's nice to have different vocabularies and to see each other's experiences too, not just about one topic, but the life in general. That
Very
was
great,
great.
very great. Very great, amazing. So I would like to send you a link about our survey. It's an anonymous survey. In this link, you can say what did you think about the topic, about the immersion, I don't know, about the topic in general, and also suggest another topics that you can talk and discuss about that. But also, I would like to thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoy the conversation. and I see you on the next time.